How can a boy from a small town in Canada grow up to become one of Hollywood's most sought-after actors? What makes Ryan Gosling so different? Keep watching because the answer may be more surprising than you think. Like many of us, Ryan Gosling started his life with big dreams and modest means, but unlike most, he reached for the stars. Today we dive into the life of a man who teaches us that no ambition is too large and no dream too distant. From the Mickey Mouse Club to La La Land, Ryan has embarked on an incredible journey. But did you know he also has a band and is an outspoken animal lover? If you're curious about how a child star became a symbol of charisma and talent and what unexpected turns his journey has taken, then you're in the right place. Because Ryan Gosling's life is just as captivating as the roles he plays. Before we dive into the inspiring life of Ryan Gosling, if you're curious about the stories behind Hollywood's biggest names, then press that subscribe button now. Join the Life of Family and don't miss a single amazing story. And now, without further ado, let's begin our adventure into the life of Ryan Gosling. Ryan Thomas Gosling first saw the light of day in London, Ontario, Canada. As a child, he had a hard time at school and often felt excluded, which he says drove him. He found solace in movies and was particularly fascinated by the acting performances of Elvis Presley. Can you imagine it? A young Ryan reenacting Viva Las Vegas in his living room. This was where his love for performance ignited. At the age of 12, he was cast in The Mickey Mouse Club alongside other future stars. Who could have thought then that this shy boy would grow into one of the most dynamic actors of his generation? From performances in talent shows to small TV roles, each step was a building block in his remarkable career. But as with many success stories, the path ahead of him was anything but straight. After the Mickey Mouse Club days, things didn't immediately go uphill for Ryan. The teenage years were a series of auditions and small roles, which honed him as an actor, but did not bring the recognition he hoped for. He struggled to step out of the shadow of his child star image and was often cast in roles that did not fit his aspirations. But Ryan did not give up. He believed in the craft of acting and knew that his passion would eventually lead him somewhere. His first big break came with an independent film called The Believer, where he played a young Jewish man who turns to neo-Nazism. It was a risky role that did not shy away from controversy and complexity, but it was precisely this role that made critics recognize his raw talent. And then came The Notebook, the film that not only gave him a place in the hearts of the public, but also opened the doors to more challenging and diverse roles. Each of these steps was fraught with uncertainties. Would he make it? Would he ever be seen as more than a teen idol? Through determination and a willingness to take risks, Ryan Gosling has shown that the greatest breakthroughs often come after the greatest challenges. He sought challenge and diversity, which became apparent in his choice of complex characters, such as a socially awkward but endearing man in Lars and the Real Girl. This film showed how Ryan's refined acting could carry an entire film, even when the subject was peculiar. His ability to portray emotion in the silence of his characters was also recognized in Drive, where he played a stuntman and getaway driver, whose life is as complicated as the action scenes were spectacular. And before we go on, have you ever wondered how much a top actor like Ryan Gosling really earns? Is it the millions you would expect, or is there more than meets the eye? Keep that question in mind, because later in this video, we will reveal the surprising details of Ryan's fortune and how he manages it. His talent for completely losing himself in his roles came to the fore in Blue Valentine, a gripping portrayal of the rise and fall of a relationship, for which he drastically changed his appearance. But it was perhaps La La Land that brought him back to his musical roots and captivated the world, earning him his second Oscar nomination. The film highlighted Ryan's versatility, from tap dancing to playing the piano, which he taught himself for the role. Between these roles, Ryan also explored the other side of the camera. His directorial debut, Lost River, was an ambitious step that showed his artistic vision and willingness to experiment, even though the film received mixed feelings. It made clear that Ryan was not satisfied with just acting. He wanted to tell stories, shape, and direct. And despite sometimes mixed reviews, Gosling's career has a consistent theme: the courage to be different, to choose roles that others might shy away from, and to continually reveal new sides of himself as an artist. And now, returning to that burning question we asked at the beginning about Ryan's wealth. While some sources estimate that his net worth runs well into the tens of millions, Ryan is not someone who flaunts his wealth. He is known for his modest lifestyle and his significant contributions to charity. Clearly for Ryan, wealth is not just about the amount in the bank account, but also about how you use it to make an impact. But who is Ryan Gosling away from the spotlight? What drives him when he's not on set? Ryan is known for his privacy, but his passions are clearly visible to those who pay attention. He is a lover of music and is part of the indie rock band Dead Man's Bones. The band gives him an outlet for his creativity that goes beyond acting. His musical talents are not only limited to his film roles, they form an integral part of who he is. But perhaps even more surprising is his dedication to social issues. Ryan has spoken out on topics ranging from animal rights to humanitarian aid. He has worked with PETA and traveled to Darfur to raise awareness of the crisis there. His activism shows deep compassion and a desire to make a difference in the world. Did he get this altruism from his parents, who both worked in education, or is it something he developed through his experiences in Hollywood? And how does this all affect his life as a father and husband? Keep an eye on the video, because we will reveal how Ryan's background and his passions not only shape his acting work, but also how he sees and influences the world around him. And a question for you, the viewers. Do you think it is possible for a superstar to really make a difference outside the film industry? Hold that thought, because we'll come back to it later. In a world where stars are often shaped by the roles they play, Ryan Gosling is known for his authenticity. Whether he's playing a charming seducer or a stoic hero, he brings a certain realness to every role. This authenticity extends beyond the screen. He is not a typical celebrity you will encounter on every red carpet. Instead, he chooses to spend time on his music, family, and activism. Earlier, we asked if a superstar can really make a difference outside the film industry. The answer with Ryan is a resounding yes. He uses his platform not only to entertain, but also to promote awareness and change. Whether it's his support for various charities or his environmentally conscious life choices, Ryan proves that stardom and social responsibility can go hand in hand. His choice to delve into the world of directing and his willingness to engage in the music world show an artistic curiosity that is rare among actors of his caliber. His unique approach to life and work is perhaps best seen in his choice of roles. He consciously avoids typecasting and chooses projects that not only have commercial potential, but also artistic integrity. This is an actor who is not afraid to swim against the current, to take on projects that others might consider risky. In addition to his remarkable career, Ryan Gosling also plays an important role in a more intimate setting, at home. He has a long-standing relationship with Eva Mendes, an equally talented actress, and together they share 2 daughters. Ryan and Eva are extremely private when it comes to their family life, but in rare interviews, Ryan has expressed his deep appreciation for his partner and parenthood. He considers fatherhood to be the most valuable role he will ever play, and says it has changed him in ways he never thought possible. Today, we have only scratched the surface of the life of Ryan Gosling. Do you want to hear more in-depth stories about your favorite stars? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment with who you want to see next. Until next time.